Welcome back to Suppress Nation. Today we're taking a look at my CZ Scorpion. We've done some upgrades to it. We now have a Novox X-SD barrel system on it. This allows me to run any suppressor that I want on the end right here, as long as it'll fit into the rail. I think it's like a 1.75 inch diameter can fit inside. So my favorite part about the Novox X-SD is I can run whatever suppressor I want to on the end. I'm not stuck just to one suppressor. Some of the integral suppressors, they don't perform as good as what you hope for. But this right here, if I want to run a K one day, I can drop a K on it. If I want to run an L can and get a quieter performance, I can drop an L. But so far, I've been shooting a lot with the YHM R9, and this thing is really quiet. And the other cool part about having an SD barrel on here, I can run 115 grain, 124 grain, and it's quiet. But it takes your barrel and it ports it just like any other SD. It takes all that ammo that is supersonic and makes it subsonic. So today we got the Scorpion. We're gonna shoot this with the YHM R9. Now I also brought up my BNT GHM9C with the Resilient Suppressors RS9 on the end. Now we're gonna take this off and drop this on the XSD system as well, and just give you a little bit of a sound performance between a small K can and a more of a full-size suppressor. We'll shoot the 115s through this so you can hear what it sounds like without an SD barrel, and then we'll shoot it through the Scorpion with the SD barrel and let you hear the different sound performance we get between an SD and just a regular barrel. I also brought up the Garmin so we can catch the speeds of each one of the bullets as well. Let's get to shooting. So at first we got 115 grain Monarch. We're shooting it with the GHM9C, and this is with the RS9. All right, now we got that same Monarch 115 grain ammo. Let's see what this gets. 1089, 883, and then 1063. So right there you can see it's bleeding off a lot of gas, and it's keeping this ammo subsonic. Now we have the 115 grain Winchester white box and the GHM9C. Let's see what speeds and sound we're getting with this. 1234, 1212, and then 1189. Now, same Winchester white box. We got 1065, 1062, 893. That one a little bit louder. So 1087. They pepper my camera. 1054. That was all of them. So as you can see right there, the 115 grain ammo performed amazingly with the XSD. Now we're going to move up to 124 grain and see what the sound performance difference is and see what type of speeds we're getting. And this is the 124 grain ammo that we're running right this moment. So let's see what these hit. 1015, 1022. So everything right there about 1020-ish. Now let's jump up to the 147 grain, see what we get with that. Now we got the Remington 147 grain subsonic ammo. We're gonna shoot 3 rounds through the RS9, see what speeds we're getting with that. All right, so 1050. So far, the Min Mag and the GHM9, the other one works fine, but this right here, it keeps locking open with 1 round left in it. All right, now we got the 147s and the CZ Scorpion. Let's see what we get with this. 919, 895. Ow, pull my beard. And 893. MagTech 147 grain hollow points. 1060. All right, so 1048. Now we got the same ammo through the CZ Scorpion. .942, and the last one's 943, and all right around 940, 950 right there. Now we got the Callaway Ballistic 147s loaded up. Let's see how these sound. Speed 962. 976. 982. And then 994. 921. 890. You hear how quiet that thing is, and that's with a K can. That's awesome. Now we're going to do a short comparison of the R9 versus the RS9 with the SD system. So now we got Callaway Ballistic 147s loaded up. We got the R9. We'll put 5 rounds right here, let you hear that, and then compare it to the RS9. That first round was like, I think it was like mid to high 800s. So that was stupid quiet. Now we got the Resilient RS9 on the end. Let's see what these sound like. The first round, 897. 912. So not really a big difference between the two cans right there. Like I said, you're getting a little bit of extra length there, but this is a skinnier can, so pretty close. I mean, pretty close. I can't really tell the difference between the two, but let's put some 115 grains in it and see what this does with the 115. So now we got some 115 grain Winchester white box loaded up. So hitting right around 1050. Yeah, 1050s. Had a few of them have a little bit of a crack. They hit right there at the it's like about 1070, 1080 with a few of them. So those are solid. We dropped some 124s in it. 124s. We're getting 10. What was that, 1030? So everything with that's hitting right around 1030. Like I said, with I think this is the 124s are a little bit more consistent than the 115s. The 115s, we did have a few of them that had a little bit of a crack to them. It looks like they hit right around that 1080 mark. But the 124s seem to be staying more around the 1030, 1020-ish area. So I'd probably run a whole lot more of the 124s. I mean, especially if you can get them for the same price, I'd definitely run the 124s over the 115s. But then when you move up to the subsonic ammo, ooh, it just sounds so much better. For the amount of money that this system cost, I mean, it's a few range days out here shooting 147s or the 150s or 158s. So you figure a few range days of a lot of shooting, and you've already paid for this system by moving over to the 124s. And you're getting a pretty close sound to it. Like I said, 147s, and that sound about the same as the 124s with the XSD system. So if you want to spend a little bit of money now and save in the long run, because I mean that cost is going to continue to add up over the years, buying subsonic ammo when you can buy the 124s for like 10-12 bucks a box. But there she is, XSD by Novox. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless.